Scott Brown here. In today's exciting episode, we get a sash much like this, and we hang it. I go through how to hang a sash, which is pretty much like hanging a door. We double glaze it, and we get a step closer to completing this room. But first, we pay the bills. This episode is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN that helps you secure your online data among many other things. Surfshark allows you to connect to popular websites. You can still get amazing deals on websites like Amazon and AliExpress, even if they're blocked in your country or while you're traveling. And that's because Surfshark makes it easy to change your virtual location. So if you work remotely at restaurants or cafes or hotels, you'll be secure using Surfshark because they have online encryption to protect your data. And that definitely applies to Jess and I because we often take our laptops with us when we go traveling. And there's always a day or two that we need to do work, and it's great knowing that we can do it safely. They also offer online security combos to monitor your personal data, check for potential breaches, get real-time breach alerts, and protect your identity. And they offer unlimited devices on one account. So if you're interested to try Surfshark out for yourself, use my code to get an exclusive Surfshark deal. Enter promo code SBC for an extra 3 months free at surfshark.deals/SBC. Thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this episode.
Hey, it's me again.
So I've been gluing these sashes together over the last few weeks. It's all Alaskan yellow cedar, believe it or not. They were machined for me, and they're deliberately made so the vertical timber is a bit longer. So I need to trim them off. Now I'm sorry if I'm not in focus. I've had problems with this camera. It's the Canon, for anyone who cares, it's the Canon R6 Mark II. I did a post a while back getting people's advice about what camera I should get, and I've always had Canon, so I just went for a newer Canon that could shoot 4K rather than switching over to Sony. But with the autofocus issues I'm having, I don't know, maybe I made a mistake. This is the bottom. I've got this marked. And I need to flip it over so I can cut an angle on the bottom here. So I'm going to start by cutting the angle on the absolute maximum length. And that way I'm playing it safe. And then if I need to trim anything, I'll trim it off the top, which is a nice, straight, easy cut. Yeah, this is like the before it gets sanded, and this is the after. Silky smooth. Now the window sashes are fitting, and they just need a bit of a sand, so that's what Jess is doing now. And I'm going to add a little weather groove here because that's what was on the sashes before. It's just a way of stopping capillary action, which is when water kind of gets sucked in via a timber surface into the inside. It's just to give it a little track for the water to run down and then onto the sill and out. I'll tell you what, I think I'm losing Jess. Not in any deep way, just I've got her sanding and she's really not enjoying it. Let's go check up on her. How's it going?
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
Hate what?
This is so boring and not fun and tedious and I don't like it.
Everyone hates sanding.
Do they?
Even Bourbon Moth, the woodworking channel I've been watching,
Oh, he hates sanding.
hates it. It's a running joke on his channel.
Oh.
Hates it. And he's got like a festal sander. He's got one of the best sanders.
Oh yeah, I don't like the sander at all. So it's not about the sander. It's just a job.
Sanding sucks no matter
Well,
what.
that actually does make me feel better knowing that. Yeah, I am whinging, but I'm not just being a whinger. This sucks. This sucks. How come whenever you're like, Jess, you're going to help me this week, it's always the jobs that you don't want to do?
Look at that. So that's exactly what I was hoping for with the sash. Obviously we've got to double glaze it, but I thought I would show you how I hung that sash. We've got this one here, which is pretty much the same thing. It just opens in the other direction. So it's just got two stainless steel hinges, and I'll show you how I position them. So I've positioned my hinge so it suits the way the sash opens up around the jamb. And then this is the key. See this? This is a center hole drilling bit. I'll link it below. Let's just start with one. Get that in there, double check the measurement, and then you're free to move the other one. So this measurement is just to suit my window frame. It might be different for you. The key is to make all your hinges consistent with the window sash or door leaf. Now that we know the hinge is in the right place and the hinge holes are in the right place, I get a little razor knife and just put a nice light cut down the side just to get my outline of my hinge. So I've done that for both these hinges now. So now we need to router this out, or chisel this out. We need to do something so that the hinge ends up flush. Now I've got a router over there and I've got this hinge jig. So I'm going to use this. If you don't have a hinge jig, I got this from a guy called Little Red Ken. He just makes them custom, so I'm not sure we can actually make one, but there's loads out there. You just need to find the appropriate one for the hinge you're using. Now, what I did on the other sash is I took the hinges off again. That way I'm able to bring this sash in. And I've got my little checkouts here as a guide for marking my hinge location. I just got to make sure my sash is sitting where I want it. Probably not going to be able to see properly. In my case here, I've got the hinge tucked in like so, and then I'm going to have a 6mm weather groove coming off the edge here, that way. So I'm sending my ruler 6mm past. And then what I'm left with is about 17mm to the edge of my hinge. So that will give me the point that my hinge starts from in relation to this jamb, because the weather groove is going to be from the jamb line. So 17mm in. So the same thing I did on the window sash, I do on the window jamb. Position the hinge, make sure I'm happy with it, use my centering drill bit, which does not like the remove very much. Now this hinge is tricky because it has this big barrel here. Right now it's moving fine, but as we check this plate in, that barrel will get deep into the timber as well. So I've had to take a little scalp out of it. So I mark the center, and I'll mark the size just as an indicator, and a little mark on the top as well. Now the thing with fixed butt hinges like this is that your door's only going to be as good as your chisel job. So what I did is put the router on a big wide base like this, with a little flat cutter there. I can't quite get into this rebate area. So I'm basically going to have the router leaning against this jamb here on the inside, keeping pressure on that while I chisel here. So I push the router all the way in so it's touching, and then I add the thickness of the hinge. So 15mm. All right. And now all our hinges have pilot holes, and we can just screw into those holes. And if I've chiseled everything right, this should fit. Lower it down slowly. Tight on the side.
I don't think I even realised how far it would stick out.
Ready? Ah, gross.
What am I doing?
We'll have to maneuver around the mulch, so just stabilize it. I love this workbench.
I know you do.
Okay, this is going to be the hard part. I'm probably going to be the one holding the window because it's quite heavy.
Yep.
And you're going to be the one screwing.
Yay.
You just got to take it slow. All right. Line that up best you can. Now take control of the hinge. Grab the hinge.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Bring it a bit closer to me.
Yep. Stop. Now do the same at the top. Oh, don't let it make that noise. You have to keep.
Well, how do I pull it out then?
No, if you've got it in already,
Well,
fine.
it's on an angle. So you said to just screw. So how do I do it? Put it in reverse?
Click that in.
Okay, now. What do I do? Press that again?
The other way, from the other side. Yep.
A little bit more towards that way. Okay.
Now speed doesn't matter, it's about keeping a firm grip inside the screw.
I can't get in the screw now.
Okay, I need to go like that for you. And keep the screw as lined up, the drill is lined up with the screws.
Up the thread.
All right, stop then, stop.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest, but you're asking things of me I've never done before, you know? Yeah, no, no, this way. No, that way. Okay, you're going too far.
You have to like push the hinge in.
No, but I can't, I don't have enough hands for all this. Where's Ray? This is the problem with running out of money.
It really is.
You have to use, oh shit, it's in reverse. Too far, no. Fuck.
I'm only going to get it
Yeah, I'm doing
approximate.
my best. I am doing my best. It's not.
If it makes that noise, it's probably because you haven't aligned it properly.
I'm right on the edge here, I don't want to fall.
It's okay, we're nearly there.
Yeah, suddenly it's not so easy, is it?
Stainless screws are notoriously soft. Okay, that secures one hinge.
Okay, great. I don't want to fall off the deck.
Okay.
I think the audience is enjoying this real life
Struggle.
Okay,
there we go. It's funny, we made this deck so big and it's still not big enough.
Okay, that's what she said. I feel like we usually edit out when we're bickering.
Yeah, and let's include it.
There you
Close
go.
the window, woman.
People have asked if sometimes we argue and we get shitty with each other. The answer is absolutely. Oh!
Look at that, eh?
Who would have thought the key was me holding it and you screwing it in?
That's what she said. Don't know if we've learnt anything from the first attempt,
No.
but let's go again.
Just panic until it works out.
Just panic, yell at each other until we get the window in. Go up a bit more. Okay, it shouldn't go too far now. Okay, I'll give you a break.
I'm okay, I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
Nice. Do you have a little wedge for this one as well? Mm-hmm. I could probably move that, but a lot of people said we should move our fibre cable.
Yeah.
And we agree, but we can only afford to do so many things. And to be honest, as annoying as it is, it's actually just not a priority because
Exactly.
it would cost a similar amount for that than it would for like curtains.
Lights and stuff.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm sure we don't need to tell you. I doubt there's any billionaires watching this channel who are like, whatever, I do it all.
Yeah, because we've got to dig a trench and get the cables underground and it's a whole
Everyone
thing.
knows what it's like. You always just have to prioritize what is most important. And honestly, it's just not that important.
If you're wondering how I glazed it, I've just primed the outside, but I've glazed it like we did in the other videos. I'll put a link below if you want to check that out. And then I just put these beads. The only difference is I used butyl seal tape on the beads instead of silicone this time.
And that's watertight.
Yeah. I'll be lifting it up high enough.
Oh, it's not too heavy, is it?
Yeah, it's like 25 kilos. So if you keep going back, this is pretty much the way it goes in. Like this.
Exactly, then you'll be able to see us
Over there.
in your house. So if you just want to stay around here, sweetie, because I
Hey,
don't want you to
Jess.
hit. Yep.
You want to keep the middle stable?
Yep.
Plywood should hold both sides. Alright, now just be careful to tell you where to go.
Okay.
I'll try and position. Oh my god.
What?
The hinges out here.
Oh, you're kidding me? Yeah, silly Scott.
You don't have to do anything. I'm just going to screw it into the window at first.
Okay.
And I'll let you know when we're ready to lift it into place. So I'm just going to tilt it up.
Yep.
If you guys just stabilize it, we're
Yeah.
actually lining up nicely there.
Yeah.
Hold it back, so it's right on.
It's actually bang on this side, on your
All
side,
right, well
Johnny.
then hurry up.
Okay, so you're going to screw one in there.
Yep. On your side, Jess, I'm going to put a screw. So
Yep.
You've actually lined it up nice.
Great.
All right, we're in position. I just got to put a few more screws in. All right. Got it?
Oh my god, I'm not that tall, Jono.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
Down the window.
If I'm out of the way, go ahead, lower it down.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You put all the other things in?
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, Scotty B, nicely.
bad,
Don't you want
eh?
to come see?
It's not even hitting the sides or anything.
Looking good, eh? Amazing.
Open it up.
It was always like this. So we need the gas shocks to attach. Hold that up. It's heavy, man, when you lift it up like that. You know, just a quick thing, if you just want to quickly hand something to someone, just open this, okay? And then this one will be where the sink is. So you could open this right up like the French doors, and then you can help yourself to a glass of water. Or a snack ball.